Welcome to the Workplace Wellness Matters podcast, where your wellness matters. With your host, Belinda Fly, founder and CEO of HR Board and More, and Dr. Andrew Watley, wellness coach and mental health consultant. This podcast is made possible by the generosity of our sponsors. As always, thank you for your support and commitment to workplace wellness. I'm your announcer, Ari Johnson. Now let's join this episode of Workplace Wellness Matters.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Workplace Wellness Matters podcast with your co host. I am Belinda Fly, and my amazing co host,
Hey y'all, Dr. Andrew Watley here.
Dr. Andrew
That
Watley.
sounds so
Listen,
country.
we,
All right.
I love it. We are so excited to be here again talking about workplace wellness. You know, that's our theme, it's our jam, it's the entire podcast theme. And before that, we want to, of course, thank all of our sponsors that have been supporting our podcast, making it possible. And for those of you that are interested in sponsoring future episodes, you can reach out to us at info at betterworkplacewellness.com. You will find our sponsorship opportunities and levels there. And just know we greatly, greatly appreciate you and your support
Mm-hmm.
and your commitment to wellness. So, Andrew, anything before we jump into today's topic?
Nope, I think you
No? Yeah.
you got it. Let's
Did I
jump
cover it
in.
all?
I'm
Okay, let's jump
excited.
in. Yeah, I'm excited about this topic too. So we left off with our last episode talking about burnout, and we were segueing into an amazing, amazing conversation, and we ran out of time because time it
Mm-hmm.
just yeah. So
This
what we're
flies.
talking about is like choosing yourself, choosing
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Like even that is like I think a big broad thing, but we were
Right.
specifically talking about coming out of burnout, right? And like on the job, like doing all the things, and then like when is it time to choose something else, another job, a better opportunity, something less stressful, something that is, better for your mental, your
Mm-hmm.
emotional, even your physical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When is it?
All of it.
How? And then it becomes like, how do you choose, right? Like I was saying, our lifestyles are set up around our income,
Right.
right? And so
Right.
and so it's easy to say, if your job, if you're that unhappy and if your job is that bad or if your boss is that horrible, quit. That's so easy to say. And I
So easy to say.
believe, yeah, I believe a lot of people would if there were
If we could.
if there were still the income that allows me to maintain my lifestyle. But then the
Mm-hmm.
question on top of that, because I respect that and I actually agree with that. And again, please know, we are never telling you that you are wrong for staying somewhere that you feel or you have decided that you need to stay. We are never telling you like you better quit that job because we're not here to provide for you. Like
Right. Don't do that. Don't do that because we said
we cannot
it.
pay your mortgage and your rent and your
Can't.
groceries and all that. So
Can
we're
and won't.
not we're it can and won't. So we're
And
not
won't.
will not. So we're
Will
not
not.
saying quit your job and then just like you're just out here with nothing. This is not what we're saying. But
No.
choosing yourself means at least, and I'll just say this minimally, start to develop a plan. If you're miserable at your job every
Mm,
day, and Andrew and
beautiful.
I both have stories, we both have stories,
Hmm.
and we're going to share just a little bit
And
of them, right?
you will hear these stories.
Listen, have been on jobs and coming in just like you come in the door with an attitude, like you
Hmm.
just my God. And you don't even know you have it. I'm laughing because I've been there, right? I mean, it's
Right.
thank God it's been a long time. It's been a long time, but I'm thinking, Andrew, wait, I this is so funny. It's not funny, but it's funny now. I can picture myself. I like to close my eyes. I'm a visual learner, so I close my eyes and
Hmm.
picture. I can see me sitting in a team meeting,
Hmm.
and we're sitting around a conference room table.
Okay.
And Andrew, I am literally like laying on with like I'm sitting in my chair. My arm is stretched out across the table. There are people on both sides of me. My head is on my arm, and
I
I'm
can see it.
lay. Can you see it? I want you to get the
I can
visual.
see
I
it.
am laying there, like eyes barely open, and can I just say, did not care. Wait, this, people,
It
is what
did not
burnout
care
looks
was a
like.
person.
This is what burnout, this is what looks like not choosing yourself. Listen, it's funny today. It was not funny then. And I will tell
I
you,
bet.
every day I had a shooting pain, right? Like
Mm.
it was like the left side, like from the back of the neck across the shoulder. And that's part of the reason actually I was like laying across it because I was just
In so
just
much pain.
just like like it's taking me back, man. Like, it was just like
Man.
it was miserable. It was miserable. And so it wasn't like, quit, leave your job. Like I didn't have bills because I did. But I'm gonna tell you what I
Mm.
did, like going in with I started to choose myself. And
Hmm.
and I hope like somebody gets this. I started to realize if I stress out, have an aneurysm, end up in the hospital, these people are going to hire somebody else and keep going.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you were never there.
They, well, they may send flowers to, I mean, like, they might send flowers to the hospital. If I don't even know, right? But
Right.
what I'm saying is, while I am prioritizing and trying to like, be here every day, even showing up like that, like I might as well not have been there that day, Andrew. I might as well have stayed home that day. That was horrible. That was horrible.
Yeah, I
I'm
bet.
sitting in a meeting, laying across the
Right.
table, right? Not choosing myself.
Not choosing
But let me
yourself.
tell you, you know, I just started thinking about this as I was just kind of stuck. I feel like I was stuck in this, like,
Hmm.
in that, whatever that was, right? This
Right.
burnout, not being able to choose myself. And I said, that there is no way I can continue to come to work feeling like this. I mean,
Right.
like you were saying on the last episode, pulling up and like, hiding and just like all the fear.
Yeah. Hiding under that desk.
This stuff is funny today.
Freezing
It
down there
was
too.
not
So
funny.
cold.
It was not funny then. And here's the thing, we can laugh about it now because for us, like it was like some time ago. But the reality is that there may be people listening to us who
Who
are
are still in there,
still,
hiding under desk,
yes,
laying on
who are
top of desk,
still,
all of that.
listen, like not wanting to be there, but showing up because you feel like financially you have to and you have an obligation.
Right.
I want to encourage you and say your obligation is first to you and your family or those that you are responsible
That
for.
too.
And so, while a part of that may be getting up every day, going to work so that you can provide, if you're not here or well, you can't provide for anybody.
No, no, you can't. And your family, if God forbid something happens to you, your family is going to have to deal with that emotional pain more than your job will.
Yep.
Your job, like you said, they may send flowers, they may do something. Other than that, your family is going to remember that you weren't here for them.
Mm-hmm.
You worked so
Mm-hmm.
much. That's the legacy
Mm-hmm.
you leave.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have to choose yourself. Look,
Mm-hmm.
the last job I had before I decided to start working for myself, uh, I decided to quit because
Yeah.
I was scraping cheese off of a wall in the classroom,
I'm
scraping
sorry.
cheese
Yeah.
off of the wall. Hey,
Yeah.
somebody had to do it. That person shouldn't have been me.
It's not,
It shouldn't have been me. I was the school counselor. The school counselor. Why the hell are they asking me to scrape cheese off of the walls at the end of the year? So I politely, I remember I had this whole moment to myself. I remember going to the bathroom and looking at myself, and I had cheese on my hands. And here I am, and I'm like, you know what? No,
I'm sorry. I'm
no.
just, 'cause I have a visual. I'm
Cheese.
sorry. Okay. Okay.
And
Go
I
ahead.
hope you see all the cheese. There
I
was cheese.
see
And you know how I go to
cheese.
work, Belinda, I had the bow tie on and
I
everything.
listen,
And
and
then
I know this.
cheese.
And the
And
cheese.
cheese, the bow tie and cheese. So I chose myself. I went to my superior and I said, you know what? Thank you for this opportunity. This was
Yeah,
a great school
it's
year.
been great. Yep.
However,
However, comma.
you and Miss Cheese can kick rocks. And I'm out. And I'm out. The very next day, I was on the
Oh
beach in
God.
Pensacola
Listen to
and
me.
figuring it out.
Figure it
Figuring it
out.
out.
Fi-
Figuring it out. I
Here
said, you
is
know
the
what? I don't have
well,
this job, but I know that I'm not going to let myself fail. I'm not going to let myself fall. I'm going to figure it out, you know?
I want to
And I
say
think
like
that,
yeah.
yeah,
Go no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and that's, I think, a part of the conversation that I had, and it's part of the conversation I think we all need to have when we make that decision to choose ourselves. First things first, choosing yourself is not selfish. It is sustainable. It is about
Ooh,
sustainability. I'm going to
that's a
say it again
t-shirt.
for the
Yeah, that's a
people in,
t-shirt for
you know,
sure.
it,
Yeah.
merch on
That's
betterworkplacewellness.com.
a t-shirt for sure.
That's
Yeah.
going to be on a t-shirt.
I love it. I'll
Being
buy one.
choosing yourself is not selfish.
It's
It
not
is
soft.
sustainable.
Let me write this down. Hold on.
Write that one down.
This is
Write it
merch for
down. It was going on some merch, y'all.
man. We have too
But
much fun on this podcast. I'm sorry.
way
Okay,
too
go
much.
ahead.
Way
Okay, go
too
ahead.
much.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you're thinking about it. I may have this job and I may be making a lot of this money. And I start to think that I can't quit this job, one, because the money is good, but also this money is providing for all of these other people. But at
Yes.
what cost? At
At
what
what
cost?
cost? Yeah.
You need to choose something that is sustainable for you. Finding something that's going to align with your values, with your limits, with your long-term well-being, all of that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
as we're talking,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of The Simpsons. I'm thinking of Mr. Burns on The Simpsons. That dude is filthy rich and nobody likes him. Nobody
Nobody.
knows anything about him. None
Mm-mm.
of that. You don't want
Mm-mm.
to be that person. You want to find a job when you choose yourself. You're
Mm-hmm.
not being selfish, but you're finding
Mm-hmm.
stuff that aligns with who you are. If you are a family person, you can't give to the family. You may be giving to them financially, yes,
Mm-hmm.
but at what cost? At what
Mm-hmm.
cost? They see that you are just hustling, that you are working. That puts something in them. Your kids can see, like, oh, my dad, my mom, they're hard workers.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, I'm saying this from personal experience
Yeah.
as with working with people. A lot of times after that statement of my parents are hard workers, but they were never around.
Yeah, that part. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you got to choose something. If you're a family person, choose something that aligns with that.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
actually part of the reason, not the only, but part of the reason that I became an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Is because once I had my son,
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to have the flexibility to be at school, be at events, be at programs, be a part of the parent teacher organization. Like, I wanted to be a
Mm-hmm.
very active, hands on parent. I wanted to be able to show up at the school and bring cookies for the classroom just on a random day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was that mom, like for real. Like,
All right.
and,
You were
but
that
it
mom.
was, I was that mom and was proud of it. But it was a choice, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say I didn't start off that way, but it was not until I had a child, right, that I was just like, yeah, well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to figure out. You said figure it out, and I wrote down this word that I make up. It's like figure outable, right? I
I
believe.
love that.
I put that on a shirt too. I
Put that on the
believe
shirt.
is everything is figure outable. Okay.
Everything is figure outable.
Everything is
Has
figure
gone on the
outable.
shirt.
That
Buying it.
it should. I'm gonna buy that one too. Everything is figure outable, right? Because here's
Mm-hmm.
the thing, and I want the people. I mean, I know we come on here and we have such a good time, like talking to each other, and we laugh and we laugh at ourselves, like we laugh at
We're
ourselves,
hilarious.
and thinking about like even that, like how I was showing up at work, like that is so crazy that I was showing
Mm-hmm.
up at work laying across like that was crazy, but that is
Mm-hmm.
real. But what I'm
Right.
saying is, at some point, and this is for those listening who may be in spaces of Belinda, Andrew, I want to do something different. I just can't figure it out. I want to say everything is figure outable. Like,
Everything
however
is
you
figure
got
outable.
to the point where you are, you can get to the next point. The thing that you have to do, like Andrew said, he went, I'm not saying you got to go to, Pensacola Beach. He went to the beach and he,
Sure did.
listen, and he came up with a plan. I mean, at some point, the thing is though, you have to be tired enough, right? You have to be
Hmm.
frustrated enough. You have to think that you deserve more than you're getting. Like everybody around you can believe that, feel that, know that. But if you're